Good afternoon, and what is a cool, grey and blustery day. It is Monday the 13th of November. I've got a nice hot cup of tea and a box to start unboxing. And what I've actually got in here is a thick bundle of titles released for Free RPG Day 2023, which took place on Saturday 24th of June, I believe. Now, I'm coming into possession of these quite late. Normally what happens is I try and review as many free RPG Day titles as I can over June and July. But this year I wasn't able to, because I wasn't able to get hold of all of the titles released. Now, normally I am very well supported by Dave Salisbury at Fanboy3, who's very generous in providing me with extra titles to review, but he wasn't able to provide them with all of them this year, and into the breach has stepped Paul and Fee at All Rolled Up, who provided me with the ones that I am missing, or at least most of them. There are a couple that I don't have, but this represents sort of like sort of the bulk of those that I do not have. So, what we're going to look at first is Heckin Good Doggos, someone's last day at the track, which is a canine adventure published by Wet Ink Games using the One system. Wet Ink Games, it is responsible primarily for the role-playing game Never Going Home, which is the World War I horror role-playing game. So, there are lots of anthropomorphic role-playing games. This one lets you play dogs. And so, for Free RPG Day 2023, introduce yourself to the game about dogs doing dog stuff with this complete all-ages adventure. It's the day of the state derby. Meet other dogs at the track, find out what happens behind the scenes, show everyone who's a good doggo. Contains quick start rules for the +1 system, 6 ready-to-play dog characters, a full adventure to explore, and it's an all-ages role-playing game. Because after all, you know, who doesn't like playing dogs? They're easy to understand. You get behind the motivation of. You kind of see the anthropomorphizing of them in lots of cartoons. So they're all kind of familiar. And it's the same thing that kind of works for cats. And there are plenty of you think about the role-playing game Monarchies of Mao and its dog counterpart from Black on Express. So here we go. Open up. Credits page, quite bright and cheerful with the use of the font colours there, and that's continuing with the contents page. And then we have the first section, How to Doggo, the game rules, nice dog-themed art. It's really nice artwork. So playing the game using the One system, dice skill rolls, +1 manipulations, and essentially you are skill rolls accomplished by rolling dice. Each die rolling a 5 or a 6 is a success, and the target number indicates how difficult the skill roll is. It's the number of successes. And then you've got an example of play there as well. So quickly informing the game master or dog master of how it works. Then we also need a deck of playing cards, standard deck of playing cards, and show how they are used, including the jokers. And then so we've got various uses of the cards, getting into conflict, and we have an example of play also there. Then we've got advice on setting the tone of your game before and during play, basically setting the boundaries and using safety tools. Before we have characters and character sheets, attributes, training, brawn, smarts, guts and paw size, essentially your attributes, those are things that define your dog. That's a little bit tight to read there, in the gutter there of the centre page. But here we have also got rules for character growth before we get on to the first dog. And there's the full character sheet. So multiple dogs here. Sadly not illustrated, but presumably what you could do if you wanted to is take some of the illustrations and use those. So plenty of dogs, or good doggos for you to play. And then we get to the scenario. So this book is 36 pages long. So the scenario starts on page 24. So it's roughly a third of the scenario. Sorry, a third of the quick start is devoted to the scenario. So describes the neighbourhood, gives guidance on entering the racetrack, and the humans to be found there. Off to the races, getting involved with the criminal element, the bookies and, taking money on the side bets, and the concessions area where the good doggos will be able to get a snack, checking out the kennels for the other dogs kept there for the races before you've got disruption and possible escape, because, obviously the track doesn't want the dogs running around. And even the opportunity for the dogs themselves to substitute for the races and participate in the state derby, which I think should be the fun fun sort of thing that you're definitely going to want to do. And that's it. So essentially that's a short adventure. And you've got a couple of other efforts in here, so for home and also for Jiangxi, which is the basically the horror role-playing game about running a restaurant and in the 20s in sort of like Chinese quarter of a city like San Francisco. So yeah, that's Heckin Good Doggos, a role-playing game more suited for a family audience than the other titles from Wet Ink Games. I really like the look of this. I think it's going to be really good fun to bring that to the table and to play. And everyone's going to know what a dog is like and how to play one. I'm going to get into the genre and so on. So yeah, that's a nice little quick start for the Heckin Good Doggos role-playing game. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook for Free RPG Day 2023, even if it's a very late one. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings of the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case a release for Free RPG Day 2023, which I will unbox and talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.